So, thank you very much for joining me, Jan. You've obviously worked with Kubrick for so many years on so many projects. Can you describe the dynamic you had and the kind of roles that you had with Stanley?
Well, I'm not a creative person in that sense. I was a helper. I always call myself a helper. It's called executive producer. It's complete nonsense, this title. But I organized things in the right time, right place, right price. Made contracts, and that's it. That's what you need.
And the first project you worked with Stanley on was Napoleon, was it not?
Yes,
the unmade Napoleon.
Napoleon brought us together.
And very relevant now because Ridley Scott's Napoleon is coming out next month. But instead he made Barry Lyndon.
Clockwork Orange he did. In fact he did. Then I brought the book Traumnovelle from Fischer Verlag. And that was the first project he focused on, had a contract with Warner Brothers, and then he gave up because he couldn't do it. He wasn't right. And Warner Brothers replaced it with A Clockwork Orange, and Traumnovelle that it was 30 years later, Eyes Wide Shut.
Oh, I see.
That's how it was.
So, I mean...
So, Napoleon, Eyes Wide Shut, in a way, elbowed, 30 years later, Clockwork Orange.
Wow. Well, I mean, I heard he spent, was it 2 years working on Napoleon before it was cancelled?
Yes, absolutely.
So, was any of the preparation for Napoleon used in other projects? Did he find a way to fit any of it in?
He was already in post-production for 2001, but he was already on Napoleon mentally. And he was ready, and he had an agreement with the Ceausescu regime in Romania to do the first Italian campaign and the 1812 campaign in Romania, and it didn't work out. MGM pulled out of the project, and Stanley was very sad, and that's how it goes. You know?
It must have been devastating.
I was ready to go back to Zurich or Frankfurt or wherever, and but he liked me, and I was lucky, and so I stayed. My wife very much wanted to stay in England. She loved England, and it helped also. And
And the rest is history, really.
Yeah.
And it must have been devastating to put so much work into Napoleon for it to
It was terrible.
evaporate.
But this happens very often in films. That's why he made relatively few films, sometimes years between. And it's much more important for him that the film remains, that films he made remain in the public eye or even on the shelf for a long time. But they always come back. And I'm saying that Eyes Wide Shut will be really fully recognized by the next generation.
Was that a project that he was particularly proud of because he'd worked so long?
Particularly proud of, particularly interested in. As I said, he started already in 1970, Traumnovelle. He bought the book. He never let it go. And
Was Eyes Wide Shut the project that you were most proud of working on as well?
No, not he was.
No, but what was?
Well, that's the point. I am doing what an organizer does. I organize things. It doesn't matter what the result is. I have nothing to do with the artistic side of the film that you see on the screen. Not at all. Only music. Music I did on the side. So suggesting it, but not choosing it.
Has music always been a particular interest of yours then? Is that
why? Music was always a hobby of mine. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I hope I come again.
Yes, we'd be pleased to have you again.
Okay, lovely.
Thank you very much.
Take care.